What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is kind of main deck Monday. It's interesting to think that like Arceus is like not main deck anymore. It's like kind of main deck, but not really. Especially watch this weekend. I don't think any any Arceus made day 2. I'm like pretty sure no Arceus made day 2. But today we're gonna try to fix that. Today we're gonna play Arceus Beedrill in an online tournament. Over this past Saturday, I did play in an online tournament. And I was okay, let's have some fun. And I was listening to the Trash Lunch podcast, best podcast out there. Listen to Trash Lunch podcast on Spotify. 3 amazing people that are always on there. But one of them, Mike, was talking about Arceus Beedrill. And so the night before, I reached out to Mike and I was like, "Yo, Mike, like, is this for real? Like, is this to play?" Let's see. Let me try to see what I said. I said, "You got me thinking about Arceus Beedrill now. Seems like it could be really good. If there's a tournament tomorrow morning, I'm tempted to play it just to see. You're really playing 4? Because they talk about 4 capturing Aroma, and he said it's not bad, but it's a bit clunky. This is what I was playing -1. I said, interesting. I thought you'd be playing Gardevoir over Charizard, but I understand. He said, this can go from Arceus to single price attackers because you have the Charizard, you get the Beedrill, you get the Inteleon because you do play the Water Energies. Kind of how Lugia does it. I said, oh, gotcha. Is a Lost Box matchup shaky? That's the only meta deck I think could be scary just looking at it. I haven't played it, just one Tina. Other than that, I've only played it versus Lugia. It beats Lugia if it sets up. And that's a big if because this deck is very clunky, as he says. I said, well, I'm down to try it tomorrow if you don't mind. I could build my own list if needed. Don't want to leak it if you want to keep it a secret. Go for it. If you want to put more time into it or just stick with it. I said, I don't know if I want to put. You said, I don't know if I want to put more time into it or just stick with Zoro. But Zoro's that's a different story. But anyways, so yeah, he gave me the list. And I said, we're gonna test it. So shout out to Mike. We did end up making top cut, and I was like, you know what? Let's record our top cut games and see what happens. So top 8, we do play Gigas, and we're gonna see the match today, and then tomorrow we're gonna see what happens, and then if we make it again, we'll go to Wednesday and see what happens. So we could potentially have 3 days of Arceus Beedrill just showing off the deck and see how it works. But Arceus turned over 200, attached 3 to basic to your 3 basic injuries to Pokemon V. Starburst, search for 82 cards. We've got the Drizzile engine, Shady Dealings, finding an item card. Inteleon, find 2 item cards. You have Dunsparce, protect weakness. Manaphy, protect bench damage. And we have 2 Beedrill. Beedrill's our main attacker, like kind of. It has persisting, it has special energies, it's knocked out. Jet Spear 110, discard an energy from Pokemon, but 110 could be very strong. It does knock out Lost Box Pokemon, which is very important. And then Radiant Charizard is like a cleanup guy, right? 250 with Combustion Blast, is pretty nice. You do play the one of Choice Belt. Now this is Mike's list, 100% from the Trash Lands. Remember, from the Trash Lands. Shout out to them one more time. But for captured Aroma, flip a coin of heads, search for an evolution of tails, search for basic. 2 energy search, find your basic energies if need be. 1 evolution instance, find your evolution Pokemon. 1 Ordinary Rod to get back 2 Pokemon or 2 basic energies or both. 1 Pal Pad to get up to 2 supporter cards is very important because you do play 1 of. It's like 1 Cheren, 1 Marnie, 1 Research, 1 Raihan, 1 Single Strike Mustard. 4 Quick Full, 12 Max Consistency. Only 2 Scoop Up Net, but I think you're fine with this list, especially because like eventually you do want to be attacking with Inteleon, so like I think 2 is fine. You have a lot of search options too with Drizzile, Inteleon, and Arceus VSTAR. You should be able to find what you need. Let's see here. Where we at? Shane's 2 Scuba Net, Wardrobe. 2 Training Court to give back your energies. This is fine because most let's take Lugia decks for example. Most of them only play 1. They only play 1 Collapse Stadium most of the time. So this should be fine. 2 Boss Order to bring Pokemon Bench to the active. You want this over Serenium because you want to be able to attack their single price Pokemon if need be, right? Boss Order like the Evital, whatever you want to, or Riku, or whoever it is that you're trying to knock out. 1 Shaders Care, that's going to make your Arceus kind of tanky because like nobody could I guess like technically like Lugia could one-shot the Arceus V-Star or Mew, but it gets like your single price decks like Shaders Care is like really good because you can just like scoop up the Arceus V-Star, put it back down, and keep attacking. 1 Marnie for a little disruption. It is good against once again a Lost Box. They're having a million cards in your hand. You got Marnie them before, and you could Pal Pack Marnie them again. Research, discard your hand, draw 7. Just a good vanilla discard, draw 7. 1 Raihan, it's very important in this deck. If you miss the turn 1 energy and then take a knockout, you can then Raihan energy back into play. Single Strike Mustard is our main supporter card, so I'll play 2 of them. If it's the last card in your hand, you search deck for a Single Strike Pokemon, put it onto your bench, and that's how we get the Beedrill out because we can Single Strike Mustard for the Beedrill. One Air Balloon for that free treat. One Choice Belt, so your Charizard can do 280. You also can set up some weird knockouts like Aqua Bullet, do 20 to a bench and then 20 again or something like that. But that's kind of like hard to do. But it is possible. 2 DTE, and that's kind of all you need. Because once again, Arceus is not your main attacker. It's more Beedrill, Charizard, and Inteleon. So you don't want to play too many DTEs, but I can see why you want to play 4 or 3 or 4, whatever. 2 Fire Energies for Charizard, of course. 4 Grass for the Beedrill. You do have 2 Energy Search, like to find an energy card, plus Training Court to get back your energies. So you have like 4 options to get back your energies, and only 1 Water, because Water is only used for Inteleon, which is very, very late game attacker. But once again, very good against Lost Blocks if need be. So yeah, that's the Arceus Inteleon deck. Like I said, can't give enough shout outs to Trash Lanch. Check out the podcast. I really do think they're probably the best podcast out there to me. I like how there's like straight to the point, just straight to the point. And there's no like gimmicks or anything else. They're just like, all right, let's start the pod, and that's what I like the most. I like to just go straight into it, talk about different decks and stuff like that, and go over the meta and stuff like that. That's just a meta talk podcast, which that's what I like the most. I don't like any other stuff like revealing new cards or game shows, stuff like that. I was just like straight to the point, and that's why I like their podcast the most. It's just like what I want to hear the most. I don't want to hear other stuff. So a huge shout out to Trashlands once again. Both 3 amazing guys. So make sure you check them out. Can't give them enough props as it is. So yeah, guys, this is Arceus Beedrill. Like I said, we'll watch at least maybe 3 days worth. Today's top 8, tomorrow's top 4, and then Wednesday is the finals. Depending on where we go, because we could lose top 8, could lose top 4, could lose in the finals. Who knows? But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, give a huge shout out to Trashlands one more time. And yeah, let's go watch top 8. It is Arceus versus Regigigas. So that should be interesting to watch. Alrighty, guys. Alright, so here we go. Go ahead, like always, 1 coin flip, and we do get to go first, which is great because we want to get our Arceus V-Star out. And like I said, this is a recorded game, so see how we did here. We do start Beedrill, which is kind of unfortunate. You don't really want that in your hand, just because you have to have it in the deck to use the Single Strike Mustard. And we are playing against Regigigas in top 8, which is usually kind of bad, but because we do have the Dunsparce, we should be okay. We see Capturing Aroma heads, so we'll search for an evolution card. I guess we could just grab like Arceus V-Star and just like start that up. We get another Capturing Aroma, another head, so another evolution. The question is, do we even want an evolution in our hand? So we say, no, not really. We could quick ball discard a Drizzile and go ahead and grab a Sobble for next time. We really don't need Dunsparce. I don't think they're threatening a turn 2 knockout. We do see the Beedrill. We do have the Ordinary Rod. We do... Let's see, what else? We're just trying to check our prizes right now. Looks like we didn't check the energies, but we do have Charizard, we have Arceus, and we got the 2 nuts. Okay, so we got Sobble down, we got the Energy Search, so we're going to find probably a Grass Energy. That's usually what you want to discard pile, just so you can Training Court it back out and stuff like that. So grab the Grass Energy, attach it to the active, and from there, probably just pass. There's nothing really else to do this turn. And next turn, we are looking pretty good to get a turn to Muster Playoff to get out a Beedrill, because Beedrill is obviously really good in this matchup, because you can just take one shot with the Persisting, because they are going to only use Special Energies. Now, this is kind of scary, because, you know, Gigas does have the opportunity to get that one shot, right? But we see no supporter cards and just a Regigate with the Registeel to find a Regigigas. So on our turn, so missing the Regirock. So we do have Drizzile. Drizzile could... There's a couple things we could do here. We could find like Ultra Ball, discard the Beedrill and Pal Pad, and maybe find a Dunsparce. I don't know what I go for here, so we'll see what we decide to do. Because Dunsparce is definitely something we need in this matchup. So we do find the Ultra Ball, and I think that's what we gotta kind of do here. It is kind of unfortunate because we have to discard the Pal Pad, but we could do a lot of things now. So we can Ultra Ball, probably discard the Beedrill, Pal Pad. Probably grab the Dunsparce just to protect our Arceus so it doesn't get knocked out next turn. And then we see the Dunsparce, which is great. Protected Arceus being knocked out from Regirock. So Dunsparce, Arceus, and we got the Mustard play. So there we go, turn 2 Mustard. That's what you want to see with this deck. And we'll get 5 cards with that. So we do find another Arceus, which is great. We got the Starburst to search for 2 cards. Probably Sobble and... DTE is what I'm thinking in my head right now. So it looks like we are going to go for that play. And what we could do with our hand, which is really great, is we can cycle between Arceus, because they're never going to be able to one-shot on Arceus, and we're able to get a Cheren care playoff. And this is really good against decks that really can't one-shot you, right? And you see I'm debating what kind of energies, and I'd rather just keep the one grass in the deck, just in case we have energy search. We need to find one. So that's kind of why I'm going this route. And we'll go down to 5 prize cards. Very nice. Boss orders go in our hand, and we see Regigigas come up. So I think I'm going to use Regigigas staying and draw. They have 4 cards in hand. And there's the Regirock. They must have just top deck it, of course. Scoop another Regigigas, put it back down, and Dragon's Horde up to 4 cards. And they can only use that once per turn. And they receive a Marnie. So we'll see what our opponent does here. Now, they do swing. We could just, like I said, go for Cheren's Care. But we'll only do that one time because we did have to discard a... we did have to discard the Pal Pad. See the Ultra Ball discarding 2 cards, finding the Registeel. So they're going to be able to swing with the Regigigas this turn. And we have a couple of options here. We can, like I said, go for the Cheren's Care because we do have the Inteleon on our hands. That's good. We didn't whiff on the Inteleon. Go for the Cheren's Care, pick up the Arceus VSTAR. And we could send the Arceus VSTAR back in the active. We do have Scoop Up Net too, which is great. Maybe we should have scooped up net the Drizzile and put that on the Sobble. But this one we get 2. I guess we can just scoop up net the whole line. So we do get the Cheren's Care. And I'm not sure what the other card I'm going to go for. We could go for an Air Balloon, just have that in hand. Because with the Sobble and Drizzile and Inteleon, we do have everything we need. We could go... Okay, so we can go for Ultra Ball? I don't know how I feel about that. We could maybe grab Energy Search and start pounding up the Sobble. But let's grab the Ultra Ball. So we're going to Cheren's Care up the active Arceus VSTAR. Going to send this up. Put the Arceus VSTAR back down. Let's see what we do. So get the other Arceus down. Okay, maybe not. I think what I'm trying to do is get like another Arceus ready for next turn. And that's why I grab the Ultra Ball. So I can like retreat, set up Arceus VSTAR. And go with that way. So we do going to scoop at the Inteleon, put the Sobble back down, put the Sobble back down, get the Drizzile back down. Yep, and let's see what we get here. I kind of want a Float Stone just so we have free retreater if need be. We might need to get Ordinary Rod to get the Beedrill back at the deck. Could have Marnie for next turn or Boss Order just to guarantee a knockout. Boss Order could be kind of interesting. Marnie's really not going to help us too much, so I think we go for Boss Order here. Just so, like, if there's a situation where we can, like, ping Regigigas again. See the Grass Energy go into the Beedrill. I don't know if I like that play. I must know there's an energy left in my deck, and I'm just going to attach it. Looks like... Okay, I'm going to attach 2. Interesting. I probably should have grabbed 1 and, like, left the water in the deck or something, and just attach DTE to the Arceus V next turn. But that's okay. Regigigas will come up. Now, Regigigas has Blizzard Bind mixed with Pokemon V can attack next turn, so they get this Regigigas powered up. We will have to retreat into either the Beedrill or Arceus V. Path to B coming down, we don't really care about that. We've already used our VSTAR, so that didn't make any difference. The Ordinary Rod, gonna get back some Pokemon. And like I said, we could maybe boss the Regigigas this turn and like hope they can't find anything after that, but right now they only have 3, so let's see Blizzard Bind. And like I said, if we bring the Regigigas up, they might not be able to find us. Put our next turn. It's just kind of interesting. I don't know what we do here, or what I did here. So we have the Ultra Ball. We might discard the Sobble and Quick Ball to find out Arceus VSTAR. Okay. So we discard the Sobble and Quick. Okay, and I think we'll grab an Arceus VSTAR here. I'm going to put that down. We are going to go down to 3 prize cards. My opponent even takes a knockout, too. I think we retreat into this. Okay. Alright, and we attach a Grass. Okay, so we attach a Grass to the active. We do play the Drizzile. I don't know why we're playing the Drizzile. What are we looking for? We could go for Ordinary Rod to get back the energies plus the Beedrill. But I think we want to hold that right now. Okay, so we are going to play it. Alright, we're going to play it right now. Get the Beedrill. Maybe get the Drizzile back. Nope, just going to get the Beedrill. And grabbing both of these. And that's fine because we're going to discard the Grass and Fire next turn. And I think we're just going to turn it over for the knockout. Go down to 3. And I think what we're thinking about is... So go down to 3. They have to find a Serene or Boss Sword to take a knockout. But that's going to put them at 4. We take a knockout, go down to 2. Then the knockout, they go to 2. And they'll have 2 back-to-back. So we should have this game like pretty much wrapped up. If you look at the prize trading right now. The thing I think I definitely want is to get a second Beedrill. Just because like Inteleon, the only thing one-shots is Regigigas, because Regigigas has 120 HP. Everybody has like 130. So that's kind of unfortunate about Inteleon in this matchup. But being able to cycle through like multiple Arceus VSTARs is what's definitely saved me in this game. We see Regigigas come down, going to smack it, and now it's kind of up to us. Do we want to retreat this Arceus into Beedrill swing, or do we promote somebody else? What we could do is we could retreat into the Beedrill, discard the water and fire. We could put down, we could use Training Court to find a water energy and attach it to the Drizzile. And the next turn we can like take a knock on the Regigigas because we do have Boss Order in the hand. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I think we're just going to persisting for knockout, save the Inteleon. And we couldn't have a play next turn where we can like potentially get a mustard out for a Beedrill. And if that, no, we can't do that because we're going to Boss Order. But if we Training Court for an energy, boss the Regigigas, take a knockout, we just need the DTE to knock out an Arceus VSTAR. And I think maybe my opponent didn't play like that many Marnies or something, which is why I wasn't really scared. We also have access to Raihan and stuff like that. That's still the deck. So I think they only played 2 Marnies and both were the discard pile, I think, at this point. And that's why I wasn't really too concerned about the DTE just staying in the hand. So yeah, I think our play now is to like go Inteleon, boss up the Regigigas. Because we got the Training Court for another energy, they do bump it, but we see the Heavy Slam for the knockout. Taking the first prize card, we've taken 4 already. Which is great. Just like the Arceus, like the 9 prize. This is like been golden. So Drizzile comes up onto our turn. We can go Inteleon. I don't even know what we were going to search for, really. I guess we could somehow go for, I don't even know, Ultra Ball or something. And I don't know. There's a Raihan we could put in our hand. I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter because I think I know my opponent is out of Marnies, so like I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know what to grab here, because I think we have the game pretty much wrapped up. We could have grabbed Ultra Ball, and I think I'm like trying to think, can I have Mustard next turn or something crazy if I need to, but we need to boss this turn. We don't need a Mustard. I think I started thinking about Mustard, and I think it confuses me for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh, we got to boss this turn. We can't attack. If we attack, we just don't take a knockout. Because we only need 120, then they're going to scoop it up. And you're going to see me, like, thinking about it. I'm like, okay, hang on. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I think we need to... I don't think I need to grab... Okay, there we go. I think I should have Ultra Balled maybe for the Charizard. But I think this is going to grab the Charizard. Yeah, there we go. So there's Charizard. We have so many options online now. I think here the right one was probably incorrect. But we have Ultra Ball next turn to find, they have the Inteleon if we need to. We can soften up the Regigigas because it does have the most energies on it. And we'll go down to 1. I'm not sure what my opponent could do here. Send to the Regigigas. And that's definitely going to be the game. Because like I said, we have Raihan. But we have DTE in the hand, which can take a knockout regardless. And basically the thing of this game was like Cheren's care, just like saving an Arceus. They can't one-shot you, and they have like 2-shot your Arceus, and then like by the time they even get close to a knockout on Arceus, we've taken like 3 prize cards. So that's pretty nice. Okay, and Regigigas come down, Scoop Up Net the bench Regigigas most likely. Oh, Regigigas gets picked up. Okay, and we see Regigigas getting 4. But once again, I don't know what my opponent could do. I think they're already out all their Marnies, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I'm pointing at. I'm like, our Marnies are gone, so... Yeah, so see Giant Fangs. We'll take a knockout. We have DTE, and do they know we have DTE in hand? From the Cheren's care from Ergo? Maybe. And there we go, turning it over from the knockout. So that's a pretty good game there, showing, how your Arceus can, like, kind of, like, fluctuate between each other. depending on like Cheren's care and stuff like that. If like a deck can't one-shot your Arceus, then you can just like loop between them, and that's what we see there. And then like you have these single prizes that can like pick up. Then we saw Beedrill and Inteleon and stuff like that. They did pick up 2 knockouts, while your Arceus picked up like 3, right? And then we switch back into the Arceus, and that's a really good showcasing of the deck there. But we do have one more game because it is best 2 out of 3. But yeah, that's good like showcase of like, you know, the deck is you know, you lead with the Arceus, right? And then you switch into the single prizes and you start attacking, which is pretty cool. Alright, so on to game 2, they're most likely going to go first. 100% want to go first in this matchup. But once again, if we get that turn 1 Dunsparce, we should be A-okay. Making it where they can't knock out an Arceus. So our hand is very full of colors, but no Arceus to go along with that, unfortunately. Okay, so let's first done. Get a new hand here, and let's see, what do we find? And we do find Sobble and nothing else, but luckily we can keep calling to find more Sobbles, but our hand is like very bad right now, pretty much. So Regigigas come up, so we get interesting to see how we get out of this. Regigigas, Regidrago, Registeel, Regigigas. They just need one more Speed Lightning, and just pass, unfortunately. Alright, so on our turn, your hand is really bad. So we're going to boss order up the Regigigas. It has the most retreat cost, needs the most energy to attack, and we just got to hope they don't have a Scoop Up Net in hand. So we're going to have double Sobble here. We do have one Drizzile Prize, Charizard's in there, Scoop Up Net, Mustards are in there, Grass Energy's in there. So we're just taking a look and see what's all in the deck. We'll see what happens. So double Sobble come down onto our opponent's turn, and what can they do this turn? They need Scoop Up Net to pick up this Regigigas. It is a forward treater. Aurora comes in a hand, which is probably not what they want to see. They probably want to see like a twin energy to try to maybe power up this Regigigas. I mean, they could if they had a twin energy in hand. So we see a research, discarding no twin energy, Aurora, speed, gift. Yeah, if they were to like attach a twin energy this turn, I mean, they could hypothetically knock us out because they do have a bunch of energies in this card pile. There's a Regirock. Do they have the twin energy? If they have twin energy, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So we'll see if they can find their twin energy. I'm not sure how many they played. We do see the HOs going to the Regilucky. And do they have a Scuba Net to save the Regilucky? Roar discarding the Gigas and just a pass onto our turns. We got very lucky there. But still, we really don't have anything. We have the Arceus, and we're going to press done onto our opponent's turn, unfortunately. So what can we do? 2 turns of no Arceus with the energy. Like, this is the worst situation you can get with pretty much an Arceus V-Star. We see the Regigigas getting powered up, and then retreating into the Lucky, and then they're going to swing with Sobble. And I think they want to protect the Regidrago, or the Regigigas, because they already discarded one. And there's the weakness, punching us in the face, taking the knockout, 40 to the Sobble. And on to our turn, what can we do here? Well, I think what we could do is we can go for a Raihan play. I think that's probably our best bet here. So we get the Starburst. I'm going to make sure the Raihan's in the deck, and there it is. I'm pretty sure I probably checked before we went into it. So there's a double turbo. So we'll be able to get attack off. And we can get the Dunsparce. But the question is, can we get another Arceus out? That's the big deal. So we see the Fire G, we see the Dunsparce. We could get Drizzile. And Drizzile could find us Quick Ball for the Dunsparce, which I think is the best play to do. Or we're going to have the Ultra Ball. I think we're grabbing the Ultra Ball so we get thin our hand. And so next we have more of more options to get this turn 4. Yeah, turn 4. You see, I'm trying to debate here. What do I do? What do I do here? Turn 4 Mustard, right? So it's not very good. Ultra Ball is pretty Beedrill and Choice Belt. Definitely gonna grab a Drizzile here. And I mean, Drizzile is just gonna grab Quick Ball, discard the Arceus V-Star. Right? So we'll say yes. We'll grab Quick Ball. We're gonna Quick Ball with the Arceus V-Star. Grabbing a Dunsparce, so they can't take a knockout. They do have a Choice Belt on that Regirock, which will allow them to take a knockout. So we definitely want to put the Dunsparce down ASAP. We'll trade it over for the knockout. And there we go. So our turn was 2 Sobble and an Arceus with no energy. Thanks to the one Raihan, which is why Arceus decks need to play Raihan. and we're good to go. So we do see the Regigigas comes up, which is kind of annoying because they can make it where, you know, the Pokemon V can't attack next turn, right? So they're going to go for this effect, make it where Arceus VSTAR can't attack, and we really don't have an answer, and there's the Marnie, unfortunately. Our handle was really, really good. We could have maybe, like, Inteleon for, like Quick Ball plus, or, like, maybe not Quick Ball, maybe Air Balloon, Quick Ball? Yeah, that might have been a fine play. And then, like, get the Mustard for Beedrill or something, and then, like, hope to hit a Grass Energy and or, like, Drizzile, Energy Search. There's a lot of different outs we had, but now our hand is not so good, and we're going to be left with this capturing card. And let's see, what do we hit off this card? So we have doubles, so we have 2 turns to hit 2 heads. All right, we just need 1 head, and there we go. So we get the heads here. We can grab Drizzile, but I think we need to grab Inteleon, though. What we could do is we're going to go for the... Oh, we should have went for the Capturing Aroma again. But we can grab an Ultra Ball here to grab the Inteleon. So we can Ultra Ball, discard the Grass and the Marnie. Yeah. I think once again we should have played a Capturing Aroma just to see what we get first. That's kind of on me. I just don't like flipping that card because I've had bad luck. But with this, yes, we can grab... we need to grab the Quart and the Mustard. We could get the Balloon, but then you don't have one of those two, and we're going to, like, play our hand down to 0, right? So we're going to capture Aroma. Let's see what this was. It was heads to begin with. So that's probably, like, I probably should have played that first, because then I could have grabbed something else, and then grab, like, a basic Pokemon instead, like another Arceus or something. We didn't do that, though. Unfortunately, we do get another Arceus down. And we now, what do we do here? I guess we could retreat, discarding the DTE. Set of the Beedrill and take a knockout this turn, right? I guess that's okay. Yeah, I think that's really our only option. So we'll have to retreat, discarding the DTE. And the next turn we'll have to, like, Evolution Incense attack, maybe with Inteleon, depending on what happens. So there's persisting for the knockout. So we get out of 4. So we're up on the prize trade now. Capturing Aroma comes in hand. We do have the other Beedrill in the discard pile already, so we need to get, like, Rod back or something. But they do put the Regigigas up. Now, that Regigigas can only attack bench Pokemon, if I remember correctly. And that is a bad Lucky, as they call it. So they target a bolt to the Arceus on the bench. Now, that's a really good play because they take out the Arceus VSTAR. We can't use it next turn. But maybe if they targeted the Dunsparce, that might have been better. But we do have Rod, so that's kind of the hard thing to decide what do you do there. So Fire G on the Arceus. We do have another Persisting, which can knock him out now. Because that's the bad Regigigas. It was the other Lucky. I don't think they still would have taken a knockout, but they definitely just want to get the Arceus VSTAR off the bench. And the reason why that is, well, because they want to be able to take prize cards, because we could have Cheren's carried it. It's in our hand. So we could have Cheren's carried, like, we could have Cheren's carried and picked up and saved it. But we're actually going to discard this Cheren's care. I think I want to play my hand down enough. And I think that's what we're going to see here. We'll see Inteleon. And we could get Pal Pad back to Cheren's care, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Capture Aroma, Tails. We could find a basic Pokemon, but I'm going to say no. Capturing Evolution Incense. Once again, we're going to say no. And then we're just going to go Inteleon. That Arceus V has been down already, so maybe I should have grabbed the VSTAR. That's definitely bad, like a big mistake on my part. We could have grabbed Arceus VSTAR. Yeah, but we're going to put Cheren's Care and the Raihan back in the deck. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. Oh, well. Mustard, get the Beedrill. Yeah, we should have probably put the VSTAR involved this turn. And we get the Grass Energy on the Beedrill for next turn. And we'll go Persisting for the knockout. So we're already looking really good. 33 on price cards. Now, it's going to be kind of that's what we want to do here. So they're going to take a knockout. We're going to take a knockout out of 2. And then, what do we do after that? Because, yeah, we definitely did grab the Arceus VSTAR. We should have done that and evolved the Arceus V to VSTAR. Just so we have another attacker if we need to. The Regigigas come down. And so they will get attack off Regigigas, knock out the Beedrill. We send up our Beedrill, knock them out. But they receive a Marnie. This Marnie might save us if we find a double turbo energy, because then our Arceus can tank 2 hits. And we don't hit it automatically, and the path to peak comes down, so that's not good. So our hand is very, very bad. Our only play right now is to send up like a Inteleon and like scoop it up, and then like see what we hit out the top deck. So we see Scoop Up Net. Okay. Gigas comes back down, so now the Gigas again. What do we do here? So they're going for another Gigas. Powering up the Regigigas. Okay. Dragon's Horde for 1. And there's Jive Fangs for knockout. So they're going to go to 2. Like I said, we set up a Inteleon on 100%. On our turn, we get a Grass Energy. So not what we want to see, unfortunately. So what do we do here? So it looks like we are just going to go for the knockout this turn. So we could put down the Sobble. The problem with that is they could target a Bolt It. They definitely... I think I want to put down the Sobble. And here's my reason why. Yes, they could target Bolt It. But what they should do is actually target Bolt the Dunsparce. So, yeah, because if they target Bolt the Dunsparce, they can then knock out Arceus VSTAR. So I think that's the play they want to do right now. But I think I'm like, okay, you knock out the Sobble. You want the Sobble, right? You want to knock out the Sobble, right? I think that's what I'm trying to say right now. It's like, they want to knock out the Sobble. So Quick Ball discards Regigigas, and I think what's about to happen, so they're going to knock out, I think they knock out the Dunsparce, if I remember correctly. But we'll see. We'll see. The correct play is to knock out the Dunsparce. You can see, I'm like, okay, they need to knock out the Dunsparce, because, like, we can't attack with Arceus VSTAR and stuff like that. I mean, they could go after the Sobble, but then we can, like, promote Arceus. But we see Serene, actually. Okay, they're going to discard the hand draw 5. Okay, never mind. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. All right. Oh, they do play 3 Marnie, and then last game they only had 2, so they could have Marnie me last game when I had the DT in hand, but maybe they just didn't get it. But we see Wisdom, we see Target Bolt, hitting the Dunsparce, which was correct play, 100%, and now they go down to 1, and what do we do here? That's the big question. How do we win this matchup now, right? So we do see Drizzile, we have, they get the Regigigas powered up, so how do we win this game, right? That's what we got to ask ourselves. How do we win this game? They're down 3 rods, Gigas, Regigigas, Regirock. But I mean, I don't know what to do here. So we Drizzile, yep, and I think our only play right now is just a boss, bring up the Draco, and just like cross our fingers, right? So we bring the Draco up because I think they're out 3 rods. They have 1 left. I think 1 Regigigas is already in the discard pile. So it's just gonna come down to like, do they have another rod, or because I think they play like a 2-2 of everything. We do see Grass Energy. I don't like this play that much actually, but we do see the Persisting going for the knockout, and not to be up to my opponent. Do they have a rod or not? We did get a shaky start. We see both Regigigas in there and 3 rod, so they have to find another rod. We see immediately the path to peak come down. Let's see, what does my opponent have? They could Ball Stall, but that doesn't really work. We see Gift Energy. We see a Research. Okay, so they need to find a rod plus the way to get back their Draco. Because I think they only play 2-2 of everything. Like, because we can see our opponent's deck list, of course. We see Regirock come up. And just a pass onto Archer. Now, you might be thinking, okay, they're safe because they can Persisting, whatever. But weak to Grass. So we can just Jet Spear for the knockout and take the game 2-0 against Regis. We did get lucky at the end. They did with the rod. But that was a very back and forth game there. Maybe misplays on my part. But there we go, guys. So there we go. There is Arceus Beedrill versus Regigigas. Tomorrow we will see the top 4 game. So get ready for that. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you tomorrow. And we'll see what happens in top 4. Alrighty. Bye.